TimeRust.com proudly presents the Time Rust Brain Trust. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here on the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast. We have a super special edition coming up. What are we going to be talking about, Marquise?
Comic-Con!
New York Comic Con
Pokemon
2013. Probably won't talk about Pokemon at all.
I don't know, I did buy it at the con, so that's important.
Well, that can be what you say later in that one segment where you talk about something, I don't remember. But we'll do the introductions first. To my left is Eli.
That's me.
We have to fix this order.
I want to be the very best.
To his left is...
That no one ever was. And I'm what it is, folks.
Marquise.
And to his left is you.
Yeah.
I'm Nathan.
Steve's
I'm the
in
guy
here.
that's messing around.
Steve's doing work stuff.
Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. We keep switching off between you and Steve. I'm starting to believe that you're not, two different people. You've actually merged into one. I don't know why.
Did you ever notice that Marquise and Steve are not here at the same time?
I mean, they look totally different, but...
That was not my phone.
That wasn't my phone, because my phone's on silent.
Really, Nathan? Really?
Well, I thought I had pressed the button, then some jerk started making noises while I was trying to start the podcast.
I wonder who that was.
I wonder who that was. Eli! Eli!
I'm sorry, I have to move up.
Although you sound better when you do.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble for not talking loudly and clearly.
Well, this is why the microphone is shoved kind of towards you a little.
I feel special.
I just got closer to the microphone.
Let's all get closer to the microphone. Just like this.
I think we sound amazing like this.
We do, but
Welcome to the silky sounds of Satan. Wait, what?
What?
Anyways, let's get on to...
You don't get yeah, seriously.
Actually, I almost called you Marquise because I'm used to him being right here. This is weird.
That's what I'm saying.
Weird.
We have to fix the order.
I'm here.
I don't know. You guys set this up.
I'm right here, right now.
So.
Well, it's
Eli, what are you doing?
I've been playing Pokemon.
That's right.
What's that?
That is...
Pocket monsters.
Well, it's a game where you start off as a child of a certain age, of a young age, and one day you wake up and it turns out that it's time for you to go on your Pokemon adventure, and you have to go meet the professor, and you get a Pokemon of your very own. And then you set out to be the very best and defeat all the gym leaders.
That's right.
Are you the best?
Because that is what kids
around?
do in the Pokemon universe. They go on adventures and catch Pokemon.
No one else can beat you down.
That would be like the best thing ever. Like you wake up, it's like you're 13 years old. You wake up, it's like, guess what?
Today's the day.
Today's the day. Forget
I get
school.
my own Pokemon.
Forget school. Forget everything you ever learned.
I'm gonna fill up a Pokedex.
It's time to go and get Pokemon all for the rest of your life.
I'm gonna fight trainers. I'm going to make little school kids cry as I destroy their Pokemon that they've trained hard for like 3 days.
We're just going to wander the wilderness and catch a cool Pokemon.
I'm going to get a bicycle.
We're going to fight evil corporations.
My mom is going to give me some running shoes. I'm going to run around.
Can anyone name the band that did that song?
No.
Bicycle. Bicycle.
That was Queen, wasn't it?
Bam.
Look at you.
It wasn't hard.
Get some roller skates,
no
skate
idea.
around.
Yeah, I mean, that's Pokemon. If you don't know what Pokemon is, you obviously aren't a cool person. But, so the new one's out, X and Y. I got both of them. I haven't played X yet. I started with Y. And fully enjoy it so far. What?
So you bought both cartridges?
Well, they're separate stories.
Yeah.
Y is a separate story from X.
Yeah. It's always been.
I started off with X. I'm going to buy a Y when I finish X.
Well, you see, I played Red and Blue.
They have similar.
They have like Red and Blue have similar stories.
They have similar end goals. Like there's similar like endings, but like it's like the different like bad guys that you face in the game have different motivations and different goals.
Yep.
So they put a lot
So
more.
I'm Team Flare.
Okay.
And you are...
Woo! Well, no, I'm fighting Team Flare.
You're fighting Team Flare also. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fighting Team...
Are they blue, though?
No, my Team Flare's red.
They're red also. Okay, that's interesting.
So... Woo!
No.
Okay, anyway.
And look at what you did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
You're
okay, but come on.
What?
Marquise gets it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I get it too,
yeah,
but look at what you did. It's gone now, but...
I don't care.
But anyway,
Okay.
it's a fun game. There's different legendary Pokemon you can catch in every game. There's
awesome.
different Pokemon in every game. Not all the Pokemon are in the same
exactly.
game. So
you have to have both of them, and then whenever Z comes out, you'll have to get that as well.
Exactly. And Easy and I we'll be having Pokemon battles soon.
That's right,
and stuff.
we will.
And I'm gonna
We'll be doing it.
my Pokemon I've got a few that are levels 50.
Yeah, see, I've got to catch up to you.
So yeah, I'm gonna let you catch up first.
I think when you do the battles though, it normalizes you to 50. When you do an online battle, I think it brings you down to 50. But there are abilities that I need. Like I can't Mega Evolve yet. So like I've got.
You haven't found. You haven't.
No, I haven't even done that yet. So
Dude,
I've got to get caught up. Like you had a lot of time to play on the plane and stuff, and waiting around in terminals. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm missing right now. I've gotten to play a little bit, but not a lot.
Okay.
I've been busy since I picked it up. Yeah, I've been doing that. I didn't get to play any Hearthstone beta that I wanted to this week. I started reading some Batman comics because I went and picked up a freaking huge stack of comics.
Comics!
It destroyed my wallet. And
But was it worth it? It was totally
worth it. I got 49 comics. So if you care to do the math, you'll have an idea.
Dude, you spent a lot of money. Dude.
Yeah, they're between $3 and $4 a piece now.
Yeah,
so that's a lot of money.
I had 49 comics to pick up,
Holy
and
crap.
I was surprised. Good old Asylum Comics. They had all of them there waiting for me. He actually kept all my stuff there. I was fully expecting him to say, "This guy's never coming back. He's never coming back in for this stuff.
Yeah.
He probably died. I don't know what happened to this guy. I'm gonna put all these out." It had to be 4 months.
It had to be 4
It had
months.
to be like 4 months.
Because every week he's been like, I gotta pick up my stack.
Yeah.
And he just never picks up his stack.
Yeah, that was almost like before the summer.
This is literally the longest time I've ever gone. Like, I've gone and picked up maybe 15 or 20 at a time before. And that was pretty bad. And then I was pretty destroyed.
I think we're gonna start a timer stack at. I want to talk to Dave over at Lost Legion and see if we can start a timer stack. And we each pick a book or two and put it into the stack, and then we'll just we'll give the money to a certain person, whatever. We'll work it out. However,
yeah.
But that way we're keeping up with our comic books because we aren't.
I finally
No, I'm super far behind, but I'm working so much overtime now I can actually afford to start getting caught up.
Yeah.
So you should
I picked all that stuff up. I got all the sweet holographic covers that I wanted.
Nice, for Forever Evil, right?
Yeah, I was surprised that he kept all those
Nice.
for me because like I had some of the ones that are kind of rare in there too. Like I've heard that the Joker's daughter one is
that's pretty rare.
Pretty rare right now.
One,
so I was very happy that guy was nice enough to keep all that stuff in there.
Dude, that one sold at the con for like $15.
Yeah.
So
like it's already getting up there because people really want that cover.
You're gonna have to give him a hug.
Dude, I was super thrilled. I told him I was like I can't. I was fully expecting you not to have any of this stuff. But like it was awesome and it was painful. And the only thing that I've read so far is actually not even one that I picked up the other day. I read issue 1 of Batman 66. Which I actually picked up at the River City Comic Con. My sister actually picked that up for me while we were there.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then I realized I forgot to add that to my pull list, so when I go back, probably either this weekend or next, I'm going to have to add more stuff to my pull list.
Pull lists are awesome.
I really like Batman 66. I think it's cool because it is zany, like the 66 TV show, but it also has a little bit more of a modern styling to it, so it's kind of an interesting blend of the old wacky Batman stuff and like almost a newer feel to it. Like there's a little bit more action than what that old show had. It's pretty cool. I recommend it to anybody that ever enjoyed watching Batman 66.
Cool beans, man.
But yeah, I've been doing that and a little bit of Pokemon, and I caught up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just before I came here, so...
Boom! Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Awesome.
Which we may talk about at some point tonight, but we're going to take it to Marquise. Marquise? What are you
2 words. Comic-Con.
That's what he's been doing.
I spent the week in New York City. It was an epic time. My sister and I, who's not here, she'll be here next week to talk about her experience. But we had fun. We went to different restaurants. Guy Fieri's All-American Grill and on Times Square on I think it's on 39th, and amazing. 39th or 40th one. Amazing food. Just super amazing. I had probably the best meatloaf I ever had in my entire life. and meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and it was awesome. With the Planet Hollywood, that wasn't a great experience. But I got to see a lot of cool stuff there, a lot of props and stuff.
Yeah, they have a lot of cool.
I didn't know it was still around, honestly.
Yeah, it's not a great eating place, but it's got a cool. If you want to go take pictures, it's good to go.
It's a touristy kind of thing.
It is.
The one in New York has good. They have some pretty good stuff in there.
I'm going to free plug a podcast only because I want cool stuff there. Comic Book Club Live. I went to the Fortana and sat in a live podcast with those guys. That was amazing. Met Josh Fykoff and Josh Williamson. Josh Williamson writes Ghosted for Dark Horse, and Fykoff writes he's currently writing Hunger for Marvel. He'll be writing Ultimates Comics X-Men and Ultimates for Cataclysm. We had a super fun time talking about that kind of stuff. I want to pass the Walking Dead experience, and I won $25 to Midtown Comics, which was the most coolest comic book store ever.
Oh, you actually went to the store?
I actually went to the store.
Nice, good. I was wondering if you did.
It was awesome. Anyone who needs to goes to the city and go to Midtown. They have 2 floors.
Yeah.
And they stay open till midnight. And I was like, this is every comic book nerd's dream. You come in at 10 o'clock and don't leave until midnight, and you can just read books. There's a black line. If you're just reading books, just stay behind the black line and put the book back. Or you can just buy books. And it's just, they've got 3 locations, and they've got bike guys who deliver stuff. It's amazing.
Nice.
Wait, so if I say, okay, I want these 3 trades, they will have a bike guy deliver it to my wherever.
In the city, yeah. Wherever we are in the city.
Heck yeah, dude.
That is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, that's how New York works,
that's
man.
How it
you
works,
want
man.
something, like bike messengers will bring it to you.
I know they did everything else, but to say, oh yeah, this comic book shop has its own messenger service or uses a messenger service to deliver.
Yep. Your book's same.
You're going to pay for that.
You're going to pay for it,
but
it's so awesome.
Yeah, it's part for your pull list. Like if you don't want to go to the store, actually, you can't make it to the store. You can say, hey, could you send somebody to the house, and they do that for you.
That is so amazing.
The con itself was amazing. I met the Green Ranger. Jason David Frank is the super nicest guy I've ever met in my entire life. He literally Sunday he was supposed to leave at 3:30 to go home. He canceled his flight and stayed till 5 to sign everyone's autographs and take pictures.
Nice.
I'm like, that's a class act.
Yeah, there's not a ton of people who do that for sure.
Because Stallone's autograph was $695, and he was only signing for 1 day. And I said, forget that noise. Forget that noise.
$695
just for his autograph. His picture was more. You can't bring a phone. You can't bring your own camera. Or you couldn't bring your own phone into
that guy.
I was like, dude, forget you. You are not that important.
No,
I was
$695. It's not a collectible item.
When Hulk Hogan was selling an autographed T-shirt for $100, I'm like, yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I'm like, so we were investigating Autograph Alley, and Shantel is she is line cutting ninja. It is great to have a sister that's fun size. Shantel is not the tallest person in the world, if you know her. I love you, sis. I'm not trying to make fun of you. But Saturday, we're in a line, and they're like, okay, go to 37th Street. Now go to 39th Street. We get to 39th Street. Now go to 40th. And we're in this really long line, and 40th is wrapping around the corner. And there's 2 lines going. There's 1 line going towards the con, and 1 line's going to the end of the line.
Yeah.
The people going towards the con, some people stopped and made a break.
Yeah.
some guy tapped my sister on the shoulder and told her to turn because he thought she was a little kid. She goes, Marquise, let's go. Boom. Greatest line cut ever.
How sweet is that?
Not 2 minutes later, we were at the door.
Dude, that's nice.
I was like, Shantel, I'm like, you saved Saturday for me. Not gonna lie.
Oh man.
She is a line cutting ninja. She's like, what? You gotta make the turn.
And that was just the line to get into the con.
That was just the line to get into the con. It was yeah.
See, that's part of why I don't care to go.
See, this is why
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
VIP. I don't know about you guys. I want you guys to come, but I'm getting VIP tickets next year.
Does that mean you get to go in like a secret entrance?
Yeah, there's the VIP exhibitor pro entrance, and then there's everyone else.
Was that the $200 thing, or was that?
There's one that was like $300. It's the ultimate VIP pass.
Yeah.
And then there's the VIP pass, which is like $195.
I still, well, I can
Dude,
save up for that, but
dude,
yeah.
you get a bag. You get a exclusive New York Comic Con bag. You get the area. You can sit down and your own personal ATM. Sit down area. You get in line first. You get into the show floor first. It's worth it. I can't say that it's not. It's worth it.
Honestly, I am gonna save up towards that because I hate waiting in lines for hours.
I'm taking.
It's like, give us more money. You'll have to wait in a line.
When I find out when ticket day comes out, I'm taking ticket day off and I'm buying my tickets.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, so
Maybe
the
one of
con was
those
awesome.
Early morning clickers that's just like
12 noon and be like, click, 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 click.
Yeah, I'll just give you my money because I'll probably have to
the
work.
website's not responding.
Why is it
Why
down?
is
Why?
What 404? What?
Thank
Is
you,
that how much
Marquise,
the
for all
tickets
that.
are?
We're gonna
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about
talk about more con stuff, but yeah, it was awesome and I had a blast. And yeah, Nathan, what have you been doing?
Nathan, we're skipping you this week.
Yeah.
Time for news bites.
So, anyways, yeah, I played Conviction on. I'm sorry, not Conviction. Jeez, I'm tired.
Yeah, Blacklist on Tuesday.
Eesh. Which
Yeah.
is actually super fun. Marquise and I,
Splinter Cell Crackfish.
it's a good game.
It's a good game.
And
It was super hard. That assault mission was ridiculous.
Also, he kept complaining about how badly spec'd my character was, even though I had some bonus gear and had some initial stuff I'd
really
bought.
want to play the multiplayer mode.
It's fun.
Dude.
But I don't have
Are
enough
you Spies
friends to play it
versus Mercs?
with. Yeah.
Well, he and I both have it.
I know.
You would have to go buy it, and then we
Yeah.
would have 3 people for a team.
We'll make Steve
right?
buy it,
Yeah.
and then we'll have 4 because we'll make Steve.
Well,
buy
how
it.
many? Is it 4-on-4?
Yeah, dude, they've got
So then,
4 on 4.
what?
Like, because I've been.
Bet Tim Rapson has it.
I've
How about you? Tim does have it.
I bet he. Dude,
if
he
does.
buys every game.
That's not true.
He buys all the good
not
games.
true.
and
Well,
some of the bad
We'll talk to
ones.
Tim. We'll ask Tim.
Anyways, so I played that great game. Enjoyed the crap out of it. If I had more free time, I would gladly play another few levels, some story stuff. Then I went and played. Actually, I didn't play. I watched Pacific Rim again.
In 3D.
That movie was amazing.
Haven't had time to watch it in 3D.
You had time to watch it in regular?
Didn't have time to watch the whole thing. I watched I don't know, the first quarter of it.
Is it longer in 3D?
I think you got that.
No.
Did you
Then
get
you
the
had
unrated?
enough time to watch it in 3D.
Did you
Well,
get
no,
the
I was
unrated?
watching with my uncle and my dad on the
On the other
70
TV.
on the 73-inch
I
1080p TV. So.
Oh.
My TV is
Off the
1080p and is awesome, but I'm trying to show them.
You get a pass.
And
I forget the name.
they
That's
actually
Super
liked
TV.
it.
I'm sure they did.
Because-
It's a great movie.
Well, they're old school and they love, the old Godzilla films. They're fun.
Yep.
And they loved Independence Day. And this,
Yep.
what is this? Voltron, Godzilla, Independence Day,
Yep.
have a baby. Boom. Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. And, Idris Elba with his little, speech.
We're canceling the apocalypse.
Dude, it's awesome! So anyways, it was great to get them to watch that. I got caught up on my TV a little bit. I'm now falling back behind because I haven't even finished Raw this week.
Dude, I'm
so-
behind. Sorry.
You know what?
I'm
Cut
at least-
your losses and
no.
don't finish it.
No, this week's Raw,
This Raw
though,
was pretty good.
Just
it
don't
was
finish it.
cranking it. Well, they're turning. You know what? You're going to make us talk about wrestling at this point, so I'm going to just say a little thing. I didn't finish the whole thing, but they're turning Daniel Bryan into the new Stone Cold Steve Austin, but he's not. And they acknowledge he is Shawn Michaels' protege, and that makes me want to get the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view. And if I work enough overtime, we might be having a viewing party.
Well, Nathan Henry, if you work enough overtime, you let me know.
I'm like, oh my gosh, because they're putting all these matches in, and I'm
hey.
like, yeah. So,
Oh yeah,
but
don't.
yeah.
Windows, do not restart the computer.
Yeah,
Windows,
seriously.
do not do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it when Windows is just like, hey, can we reboot
Hey,
your system? Can we just do this real
Just
quick?
Are you doing
why-
anything right now?
Why
Can
not?
we
Why
restart?
not?
You're
Oh,
not.
I
You're not.
see you.
No programs are open right now.
Hey,
No,
I've only
just
got
restart.
30
Just reboot
updates
this.
to install.
Oh.
We'll take them.
They just came out today for no reason. All right, didn't get to read anything recently because I haven't bought anything in a while. Actually, I did read Walking Dead Volume 9 recently, the collection.
How was that?
It's so good.
You're up to 9. I'm so far behind
It's
now.
The annuals.
It's better than the show.
Well,
It
yeah,
is. Oh, yeah,
obviously.
and I watched Walking Dead Episode 1, Season 4. And it was good. It's just building up towards the next everything.
Let me ask you a question. Did you watch the Arnold trailer I put on my Facebook for the Walking Dead?
No.
You need to watch that because that explains the Walking Dead TV show in a heartbeat.
I probably will here soon.
It's dead on, and it was hilarious.
The honest trailers hurt me sometimes, where it's like, that's not really...
Yes, it is.
I think sometimes they just stretch it just a little bit. Well, it's like the how it should have ended. Most of the time they're good, but every now and then I'm like, no, I don't.
No, this Arnold trailer was
really
right
good.
on. It was right on.
And I watched American Horror Story Coven, which basically is making female X-Men, more or less, except dark. Because it's a school for witches, but they don't tell people that. It's just a finishing school for girls in Louisiana, in New Orleans. Great cast, already a good body count. Like, one of the witches is actually Emma Roberts, Julia Roberts' niece, Eric Roberts' daughter, because he's the best around. He or she flipped a bus. It was a party bus for a frat. And I'm not going to tell you why she did it, because it's not appropriate for pretty much anything. But they did something bad to her, so she got revenge, went woof with her hand, swipe the hand, whole thing flipped over. Looked totally crazy. Like, that wouldn't happen in an accident kind of thing, so obviously this is weird. Most of the people in there died. 2 lived, and then one of them went back and killed one of the ones that lived. I'm like, my gosh. So it's really dark. It's very violent.
I never liked American Horror Story.
Me neither.
I have nightmares after watching those shows.
Then why are you watching it?
Blame Lisa. So, so anyways, I introduced her to the first season, and then it was a big thing with the second season, and now we're into the third one. We used to have a viewing party, but everyone's doing their own thing. So yeah, then been getting caught up on TV. The Tomorrow People, interesting show, not the best show on earth.
No, it's not. It's
What's that?
I got to watch an
heard of
episode last week, and to watch a pilot episode.
Yeah,
It's not the best TV show.
It's not the best around.
It's got elements of being a decent TV show, but it's trying to grab that Smallville audience.
and also it feels a little bit like Alphas and
And a little more like it's basically like X-Men, but they can't use the term X-Men. I'm surprised they got Homo Superior out.
yeah, they actually said Homo Superior. I was
really?
like,
Like Marvel trademark.
really? It's not the worst thing ever. I'll give it a pass for a few episodes just because the special effects are actually halfway decent.
The characters were a bit whiny for me.
It reminds me.
Whiny.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of some anime shows I've seen, where it's just, okay, here's the chosen one. Why is he the chosen one?
Because he's chosen.
Because he's
I don't wanna
chosen.
be the chosen one.
And then it turns out, oh, he's chosen because he's got more powerful powers than everyone.
Because he
wow.
was chosen.
I'll ruin this little thing. They have 3 powers. Okay, they all pretty much have 3. What is it?
Teleportation, telekinesis, and telepathy.
Which is actually that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
So they're in this like mega lab area trying to leave. The bad guy pulls out a gun and is getting ready to shoot, like he's the main bad guy, and he's getting ready to shoot one of the rebels or whatever. And the new guy, the chosen one, goes like this, raises his hand.
And becomes Neo from the Matrix.
Exactly,
The
thank
bullets
you.
stop
He
and he
becomes
flies
Neo.
into the agent's
He's like,
chest.
and I thought he should have said, "Whoa."
That would have been awesome. That actually would have been better than what they did.
What they did.
So they then all touched each other, teleported out, and that was pretty much the end. So it's okay. Sleepy Hollow was great this past week. They have these great episodes that remind me of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer toward like the end of a season, but that's just like episode 5. You know what I mean? They had these like climaxes that are better than most shows' climaxes.
Yeah, they were talking about that again.
I say you're gonna bring that up.
We're gonna bring that up.
This is why I was kind of watch the first episode of the new season of Supernatural. It's really good. Stuff's just getting crazy. That's all I can say. Stuff's getting. If I say anything about it, stuff's getting crazy. You know.
I don't know how Steve sits in his chair.
Yeah.
It creaks. I don't feel comfortable.
He just sits, doesn't move, and then mumbles.
Steve, we love you,
Wow.
Steve.
Steve Zingers.
We pick on you because you're not here. That's all.
That's really it.
That's because you're not here. That's it. We do love you, Steve.
That's pretty much in a nutshell what I've been doing. Trying to watch lots of TV, get caught up on that. And I'll be doing that this weekend.
No, this is you in a nutshell. Oh, I'm in a nutshell. Oh, how did I get in this nutshell?
Oh, that was awful. That was so bad. That was so bad.
Awesome
I hope
times.
Pokemon gets turned into like a really serious show that's like live action.
Dude, Pokemon is a really serious show.
And then everyone says it's terrible and it gets canceled. And then you hurt yourself.
It would never get canceled. You kidding me? Too many
If they
Pokemon
made a
fans.
live action Pokemon.
Is
It would be-
Pokemon the cartoon still on?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Every Saturday morning at 8:30
Yeah.
at Cartoon Network.
Dude, listen.
The old ones are on Boomerang.
That's right. I'll watch the old ones. I don't watch
That's
the new
weird.
ones.
That works.
That
but
is
that's
odd.
weird.
Yeah. I saw that the other day. I was like,
'Cause-
wow, Pokemon's on Boomerang.
I mean, I know they're
feel like I'm
old,
50.
but they're not that old.
Because I am 50.
You're not 50. You just look it.
I'm not.
Quick story. At the Power Rangers panel, we were waiting, and
Oh,
a guy came up to us, and he was like, we were all chanting, ECW and CM Punk, and it was getting crazy. So one of the staff members comes up, he goes, shh. He quiets down, and he starts singing Pokemon, and we sing the Pokemon theme song.
Nice.
It was amazing.
I love line moments like that. Like, that harkens back to when we were waiting in line in college for Halo 2. And one of my friends ran down the aisle and struck everybody up and and we were just doing the Halo theme like in lines, like everybody was singing this thing, and we're all like we're holding our Red Bulls into the air because the Red Bull truck had just come through and given everybody Red Bulls, and so we're all like and it was great.
We
was
also
one of those
did.
line moments.
They also did the Queen song from Wayne's World.
Nice.
Yeah, they got into that. I was like,
Gotta have a little Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, they were nuts, man.
That's good for lines, man.
Oh, but yeah, so that's what we were doing this week.
Gotta talk about the Power Rangers. All right, let's get into the news then. Marquise.
I want to do the news first because I'm in line.
Yeah, but he has VIP. So, Marquise, why don't you run down the top 10 movies?
I'm bringing it up right now. Just give me a second here.
Does anyone want to contribute to the Netflix Gym of the Week, or shall we just skip that?
I would
in
skip
favor
that. Well,
of
unless
Comic-Con?
Easy, do you have one? If you have one, do it.
I was gonna say we should be a little bit more
might
organized,
have
but
one.
we really just like
Because I've been really busy,
Comic-Con.
so I have
Comic-Con.
I might have
Honestly,
one because
I've
I
been-
did watch something.
I've been watching a ton of streaming stuff, just not on Netflix. So,
I did watch something.
was it good? Was it worth mentioning? You want to give it 1 minute to say?
Yeah, let me simmer it.
All right.
All right, so the top 10. Number 1 was Gravity with $43.1 million.
That's heavy.
Yeah, they're killing.
I've got to go see that this weekend. I have to do it. It's happening.
Don't fail.
P.S. Don't watch this. Don't watch this week's The Soup Investigates because they literally spoil everything and every major thing that needs to be spoiled.
I make it a point.
They
not
spoil
to
Breaking
ever watch
Bad's
that.
ending. They spoil The Red Wedding for people. They spoil Gravity for people. They were just mean, and they did it in such a mean, fun manner. But don't do that.
Wow.
Number 2 was Captain Phillips at $25.7 mil. Number 3 was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 with $13.7 million. And then Machete Kills came in at number 4 with $3.8 million.
Oh.
Number 5 was Runner with $3.7 million.
I kind of want to see that.
Number 6 was Prisoners with $3.6 million. Number 7 was Insidious Chapter 2 with $2.7 million. Number 8 was Rush with $2.3 million.
Rental.
Number 9 was Don John with $2.3 million. Which, side note, Jason Gordon, was it
JGL, just say JGL.
JGL, whatever. He is one of the 2 finalists for Ant-Man.
Although rumor has it that he may have already said, I am not, so don't get that started.
It's
a rumor of a rumor.
He's a finalist. Let's just say.
Rumor.
I'm not saying he's going to take the role. I'm saying he's a finalist.
And who's the other one?
Not to be confused with Runner.
And Paul Rudd is
Rudd.
I want Paul Rudd to take it. But,
Me too.
And number 10 was Baggage Claim, and it was at $2 million.
I don't understand that, but okay.
Black people live in movies.
Yeah, you know what? It
was a big inner city hit.
It's a romantic comedy, and there's no reason to swamp to it.
Well, what happens is
romantic comedy.
Well, here you won't see it, but it was a big inner city thing. It was a big city deal.
I'm sure.
It'll be out on VHS or VHS, jeez, DVD and Blu-ray before we know it. I'm old.
Okay, but you said VHS because what did you see?
I saw at the magnet table at the con. The funniest thing happened. They had the movie VHS and VHS 2 on actual VHS.
Which, if you watch VHS 2, is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole thing now where people are making their own videos. Like, they're making videos like those crazy videos, and then it makes you into someone out of one of those videos.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like The Ring or something.
Yeah. So, easy. It's time for gaming news with Eli.
All right, guys. Here is what is happening this week. Starting off with Lego Marvel Superhero.
Pre-order it, and you will get the Thor pack, and I do believe you will get let's see what they mentioned at the con. I think Power Man. You'll get the Power Man alternate skin.
Do you get Power Man 5000?
So that's gonna be like the day one purchase.
Or you pre-order it and you get it now.
Yeah.
And also they got Aunt-May is playable. Superior Spider-Man is playable.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a ton of characters.
There's like 200 and some characters in this
game.
Or something ridiculous.
Yeah. So
including Stan Lee, you can play as Stan Lee.
You've got to find him though.
He has a bunch of powers.
Is he a janitor?
No, they show gameplay.
He's gonna be like one of the in-game find a guy.
They show gameplay of this at the con, and it's quite literally New York City.
Yeah.
It's scale. Like if you played the DC Lego one, Gotham City was big.
Yeah.
This is way crazier. This is like 5 times Gotham City. This is New York City.
Yeah, this is building upon what they did with Lego City for the Wii U.
It's amazing.
Who's the publisher?
It's Traveler's Tales.
Traveler's Tales, yeah.
They're their own publisher.
Yeah,
it's not Traveler's Tales.
It's Telltale or Telltale.
No,
I forget. Yeah, Travis. TT Games. Yeah. The rep was very excited about it.
Yeah, that's right.
They've got a lot of stuff going down. They said it goes everywhere, but it's a lot of it is New York centered. So
then that same day we have Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut that's coming out for all systems, even the Wii U. I think the Wii U has some exclusive stuff only on the Wii U.
Nice.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is not the crappy Xbox Live Arcade game. This is based on the actual animated series.
Now you're talking about when you said crappy Xbox Live game. You're talking about Out of the Shadows.
Out of the Shadows. Okay. Yeah, that game was horrible garbage.
You realize the art style was directly from the original comic, though, right?
No, it was not.
No, it wasn't.
It looked just like
no,
it.
No,
it wasn't, because if it was from the original comic, they would have all the same mask, and
it looked nothing like that at all. This was like some horrible mess, like that. I don't even know where that art style came from, but it was not like any of them.
I still have those books somewhere.
Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst for PS3 and Xbox 360.
Get it, because Shippuden is freaking awesome.
This game is the same game that came out last year, but they have revamped all the cutscenes. All the graphics are crazy and amped up, and they have added a bunch more characters, and like another character that's not even in the show, I think. Or maybe another character from the show that they didn't have.
They do complete it. Naruto's like Super Naruto.
No. Okay. I'm not in that.
Because they I know they were working on different characters and stuff, and
Rocksmith 2014 edition comes out on Tuesday as well for 360, PS3, and PC. Path of Exile finally exits beta and can be played on the PC on the 23rd. Forced for PC, I'm not sure what that game is, not familiar with that one. How to Survive for Wii U, Xbox Live Marketplace, PC, and PlayStation 3 Network. This is a big deal right here. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies for the 3DS eShop. This is Phoenix Wright number 5.
Dude, it looked amazing.
Yeah, it looks
I got to see some of it. I couldn't get through the line to play it because the line literally wrapped around the booth.
Yeah.
But
I'm
it looked
excited
amazing.
for this. I love Phoenix Wright games. On the 25th, which is a weird release date, like why? Batman Arkham Origins and Arkham Origins Blackgate both come out on the 25th. I am super upset. I forgot. I thought that I had pre-ordered this game, the collector's edition. Turns out I did not.
Ooh.
Now they are gone. Getting the sweet Joker figure that stands in front of like the light-up TV screens. Pretty upset about that.
Did you hear the Troy Baker reading The Killing Joke?
I did.
Was it
He
good?
sold me.
It
Really? Sold me.
was amazing.
As like Mark
I
Hamill's
posted it on Facebook.
as Mark Hamill's successor at the Joker, he sold me.
Yeah, no, he nailed
he
it.
He nailed it. I was like, bravo,
It was
sir.
good.
I didn't get to stay for that panel because we were tired and it was a long day.
I'm sure that was a crowded panel anyway.
It was a crowded panel.
Because Troy Baker's popular anyway, like outside of reading for that. So I mean,
Saturday I wasn't going to squat and didn't want to eat any more longer than I did. And I squatted there all day.
yeah.
So I was like, Shantel, I'm hungry. I'm tired. Let's go. I love Batman. I really do. But
Yeah.
I've been to the DC Batman panel and that was enough for me today.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are you done?
That's the new releases for next week. Some pretty big stuff. I mean,
Oh yeah, I definitely want to play. Well, since we can segue right into the Comic Con stuff.
Yeah,
because,
buddy.
Segway.
We start with the Marvel's game panel, which I was at, and we'll start with Lego superheroes.
Alright.
Like I said, it's going to be a huge open world. They said the majority of the game will be in New York, but they will hit everywhere in the Marvel universe. Talking about maybe Lavertria and stuff like that, and Cosmic and like things like that. Let's see here. I'm just going over my notes real quick. They're going to have, tons of heroes and villains. They just released that Aunt May as a playable character.
Mm-hmm.
She has no powers, but her bag does a lot of damage. Superior Spider-Man, Dan Slott was super happy about that.
Is it an old bag?
It's like, the old lady bag, the old lady purse bag.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Oh, I just caught that.
I'm always that guy.
It's Aunt May, dude. Don't be that guy.
But
With great purse comes lots of trash in it.
The Waynes are dead. Parents are dead.
They are dead.
Yeah, tons of characters. They were saying somewhere about 200
Yeah,
characters.
it's like 200 and some.
They just released Shocker, Taskmaster,
There's more characters
Iron
than
Fist.
they've ever had in a Lego game.
Yeah, they were like, and they released certain characters because at San Diego, certain people said they want to hear Taskmaster, they want to see Iron Fist, so they put those characters in the game because people asked for them.
And I don't have to go and buy character packs because honestly,
Oh, there will be character packs.
There will be,
but there's 200 and some
There will-
characters.
there will
That's
be-
There will
enough.
be. I mean,
most of the characters will be in the game.
there were a ton of characters in Lego Batman 2, but then they still had character packs.
Yeah, there'll be character packs in.
They're usually not expensive.
The
They're
thing,
pretty reasonable.
the thing I'm digging with the Marvel game so far is everyone has their own unique power and ability. And
Yeah.
it's like
You're not getting a lot of repeats.
you're not getting a lot of repeats. Like the Green Goblin, his vehicle is his glider. He
Yeah.
flies around on his glider. So it's gonna be pretty awesome.
You know what? I have tried to use Netflix on 3DS. Awful experience.
Sorry.
Absolutely horrible. It does not work correctly.
I had to
at all.
point out to the guys here that the Hulu Plus app is now available on the 3DS, and with the synchronization issues that Eli and I have seen on the Xbox 360, and the fact that stuff on 3DS isn't,
Okay, that
The
great.
3DS cannot handle streaming high quality video.
no,
No,
it's not made.
it's not made for that. It's
The apps are bad for it anyway. The first party Nintendo stuff on the eShop, they can stream day and night. They stream that stuff beautifully.
But
for
third
some
party
reason,
stuff,
like
third party
Netflix
stuff.
has no idea how to make an app that works correctly.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
Sorry,
back to
just
the
had to
Comic
bring it
Con.
up.
back to the Marvel Heroes, their online free game. They're doing a lot of patchwork for that every week.
Yeah, I saw they added a bunch of stuff recently. I got emails and stuff.
Yeah, Heroes for Hire are going to be added on. So you'll get Gambit, you'll get Squirrel Girl, Beta Ray Bill.
Wait.
What?
You weren't saying that they're in Heroes for Hire.
No.
Okay, I was like,
no.
that's not what I remember.
No.
Yeah,
In the Marvel Heroes, you will have Power Man and Iron Fist are available, and Misty Knight are all playable characters now. They have what they call X Defense mode, which is literally they call it the Kobayashi Defense for Marvel characters. Like you have to defend the Jean Grey School against just an infinite wave of villains and stuff. So like, it's impossible to win, but you can just see how far you can go.
Yeah, it's just one of those see how far you get things.
They more a PvP mode's been added, or so they've got that coming around.
That game was alright. I mean, for free to play, it's okay.
Yeah,
but like the asking prices on their stuff was just ludicrous. Like I remember just looking at like if I wanted to play as Deadpool, it was like $10.
I thought it was 20
or $20.
Yeah, it was
like it was
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a
stupid.
large amount.
So they've added more characters, and then they've added more gameplay, and they're adding the Thor map for the Thor movie story. You'll go to Asgard.
I'm getting way more pumped about that movie than
yeah. As it comes out, I am getting jazzed for that. I'm surprised they didn't have a
like
panel
some
for
of the
that.
some of the recent previews they had for that just look amazing.
I'm surprised
The first was good.
The first one was pretty
I
good.
didn't care for the first one.
Oh, well, yeah.
Marvel Run Jump Smash is a Korean app game. They just started for Korea. It's cutesy. It's adorable. If you go check out the trailer online on YouTube.com, I'm sure it's up now. It's a turn based. It's not a turn based video. You run and you jump and you smash stuff, and you can play through and change out with different Avengers. You'll play as the movie 6 and Nick
it's
Fury.
only for Korea.
No, they're releasing it in America, but right now it's just in Korea.
It's just in Korea, right?
They
now.
got to put all that spyware in there first.
They did Marvel Pinball's coming out with Doctor Strange, which looks cool.
Those pinball tables are always very nice.
Yeah, they're nice, and they're coming out with the Thor Dark World mobile game, and that looks pretty good. And it's got console quality graphics, like maybe like PS2, but because it's for a mobile app. Come on,
No.
And now
In a world with Infinity Blade.
And
can't-
2.
well, maybe I'm just saying
And
that
3.
that
Have
is
you seen Infinity Blade 3? Because wow.
I have what was it? The Batman Dark Knight Rises.
That one's good too.
Game on Android.
It uses Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
It's pretty good looking. So
Yeah.
Again, maybe I'm just judging it a little differently than, but also next year, 2014, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm thinking crazy.
The one where Emma Stone died.
They said they're not going to do. It's going to be their own unique story, like they did the first one. It's not going to be. It's going to have elements of the first elements of the movie.
The right clothes in the screen.
Yeah,
she's got to die.
She's got to die.
Someone's got to die.
She's got to die because they're going to put Mary Jane in the third one. They're going to.
Which sucks because who cares about
their own unique villains, and you will get to play as Peter Parker on some of the levels. So that's and they tweaks with that. That was basically the Marvel's game panel. They announced stuff. The Star Wars Rebels panel was pretty awesome.
Whoop.
They said they're about a year from premiere.
That far, really?
Yeah, they said they're going to premiere. The first episode will premiere on Disney as an hour-long special,
Nice.
and then it will move to Disney XD episodic.
Oh, so they're only doing their premiere on regular.
Yeah, they're doing the premiere that way they get all the Disney people, and then putting it on XD, so all the boys and stuff. It's going to be taking place between episodes 3 and 4, 14 years before 4.
Which is nice.
Nice.
That's a good time period.
So we'll see more TIE stuff. We'll see more Imperial stuff. Basically this will be like the expansion of the Empire. They're using art direction from the original. I forget his name. I wrote it down. I thought I wrote it down by then. The original art direction from Episode 4, and all his art stuff. They went back.
Ralph McQuarrie.
Yeah, and they went through all McQuarrie stuff. They went through all the archives and Skywalker Ranch, and they're using all that stuff.
Nice. They're doing it right.
Yep, they explain the difference why they're stormtroopers and not clone troopers. Clone troopers are more free-minded than stormtroopers are.
It's really the way we were, talking about it before. It's really kind of crazy because I always was under the impression that all stormtroopers were just, what's the word? Conscripts.
Well,
yeah.
Well, if you watch Clone Wars and stuff, you can tell that each clone had their own individual personality. They weren't just Captain Rex, different people like that. And so
whereas stormtroopers are all just kind of
stormtroopers, like you recruit stormtroopers, but basically like they're bred to shoot and be shot at. The clone troopers do work. They go in and they save the day, and that's great. And that's probably what they use for like elite soldiers.
Yeah.
But stormtroopers are just soldiers who will die for the cause. They explain how you enter the TIE fighter.
Yeah.
There's a debate whether you enter from the back or you enter from the top. I think they came to the conclusion that you enter from the top.
I always thought it was the top.
Vader's
is different. He enters from the bottom. His
enters from the bottom.
Yeah.
And there was some that hinted that you enter from the back. But for the show, they said they were going to make it so you enter from the top.
I like how TIE fighters are back. Yeah.
TIE fighters are back.
I love this pin.
Yeah, I got easy a pin from the TIE fighter pin from the Rebels panel.
It was easily like the coolest thing you could have gotten me.
I figured you like it.
It really is.
I know you're a huge Star Wars fan.
I'm super stoked about this pin.
I'm happy you enjoy it, man. So the Rebels will be using a frigate like the Falcon. They call it the Ghost.
Okay.
And the Ghost will be their main ship, and they show stills and stuff of the Ghost fighting a Star Destroyer.
Nice.
So that's gonna be interesting. The main villain is the Imperial Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor are trained. I'm gonna say trained Sith, who Vader sends to planets to find Jedi. So there's a hint of a Jedi being on your planet, and the Inquisitor's coming. So on this planet, I forget the planet's name. They send an Inquisitor because there might be a Jedi on the planet.
So you're going to actually get to see some more of the extinction of the Jedi Order.
And more of the extinction of the Jedi Order.
It's going to carry on kind of from Episode 3 then, in that way, where they're still hunting down every last one of the Jedi.
Yeah, they said Order 66 is still in effect.
Yeah.
It's just now the stormtroopers now.
Yeah.
That's cool and all. It's just also a little depressing.
Well, yeah. That's Star Wars.
But yeah, but
George Lucas.
Star Wars is a super depressing film, but it's also very happy.
They're introducing some new Imperial vehicles.
At least the original version was where
the ATDP is the all-terrain defense pod, and they're introducing the Imperial troop transport from the old Kenner toys.
Yep.
So they slightly modified the transport. So now there's it's slightly sleeker. But it still has the cool little cutesy gun, they said.
Yeah.
But that's going to be involved in the show now.
Awesome.
They said it's going to be good. Simon Kinberg and George Wiseman and Filoni, they weren't Wiseman and Kinberg couldn't be there because they're big time Hollywood producers, and but Filoni was there and he moderated the panel, and I'm going to have pictures on the site soon. I've took some pictures, but from some of the stuff, it looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, everything that I've seen so far, preview-wise, or any little tidbit they've released, has looked awesome.
Yeah, so they showed the finished work of the Inquisitor.
Yeah, I really enjoyed all of the Clone Wars. Like that was a fantastic series. Like absolutely amazing.
Well, they're working on season 6.
I know that this is going to be even better.
They're working.
Oh, they are doing season 6.
They are doing season 6.
I thought it was over.
Season 6.
It's Christmas.
Season 6 will be on Disney XD. They're working on it right now.
That's weird. I'm sorry. That's weird. I mean, it's funny because on our cable,
I know it weirds me out.
It's 71 versus 70.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network, Disney XD.
See, me personally, I'm always on 71 anyway. I work down because Cartoon Network has lost a lot of lackluster for me.
Yeah.
So I don't watch a lot. Whereas I watch Disney XD, I watch Phineas and Ferb, and I watch some of the
Agents of Smash, Ultimate Spider-Man.
See, this is that's where Marvel hurts me at. So
you just really miss the old Avengers show.
I do miss the old Avengers show. EMH was awesome, and they shouldn't have canceled it.
Should just gave it better art.
Yeah,
more money.
But
throw money at it fixes things.
On comics news, in February 2014, we will get a new Punisher #1.
Really?
Nathan Edmondson and art by Mitch Curtis. Punisher's moving to LA. He's
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
He's moving to LA to cut off the head of the snake. He thinks he's found the head of the crime snake in LA.
So he's heading out there.
Why
are they doing a #1 then?
Well,
it's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
Because they want to be like DC.
Dude, Marvel's been doing this for years.
It's just the Marvel. This is part of the all new Marvel now.
It's the new 54.
No, none of them. Wait,
it's the new 12 and a half.
No, well, whatever. Anyway, so
weird.
They said Rachel Alves is not going to be in it right away. If you know about Rachel, she was in Greg Rucka's run. His the last big Punisher story. He was training her to be like him, basically. She's still out there, but Steve Wacker said she's not going to be currently in that run. But in this, they call it was the teaser was to hunt it. As he's hunting the big crime boss, the Punisher will be hunted by somebody.
But they're not going to say who yet.
And it's going to be a company, a group. We don't know who yet. It's going to be somebody. They're going to say they're one person, but when we find out who they really are, we're going to be surprised.
Oh.
The Avengers.
I wish.
It's Agent
Coulson. Captain Marvel #1. They're going to redo Captain Marvel. They're going to relaunch her. Captain Marvel's going cosmic. Higher, faster, further, more. That'll be by Kelly Sue DeConnick and David Lopez. And so she's going to go cosmic, basically. She might have a run-in with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Here's hoping.
That might tie in with the movie.
Better.
Yeah, and Steve Wacker said that the Captain Marvel will be the most noticeable Marvel character in the next 2 years. So, yeah.
Huh.
If that doesn't scream, she will have her own movie in the next 2 years or so. I don't know what it does.
As you go down through this, I want everyone to think about if they made a Captain Marvel movie tomorrow, who, as in Ms. Marvel being Captain Marvel, who should it be? Anyways, keep going.
Sackhoff. Kate Sackhoff.
Who that is.
Battlestar Galactica.
Starbuck.
No. You don't think her? No. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Electra #1 by Zeb Wells and art by Mike Del Mundo. Electra's going on a journey to find herself without Daredevil, her only tether to the feeling world. So they're calling this like she's going to become the Dexter of assassins. What do you think about that?
So she's trying to find her humanity.
She's going to kill serial killers?
She's going to kill a lot of bad guys.
She's going to kill a lot of assassins. She gets hired by an old friend to go kill a guild of assassins. They said they're going to keep her costume, except they're going to cover her butt up more. So, she'll be in the classic Electra gear. We'll see how that does. Marvel said they're doing a lot of, if you haven't noticed, they're doing a lot of women's solo books. They said they've got a lot of cry out for a lot of women's solo books. But if you want the solo books, you have to buy them and support them.
Yep.
So, do work. Buy more comics. New Warriors #1.
I don't think I could possibly buy any more comics.
Dude, I can barely buy them right now.
I could probably.
That's what I'm saying. We have to put in a timer still, and like we have each have to pick 2 books and put it on for us, and
then we can have a what do you call it?
We can have a weekly review of the books we read. Everyone can read the books, and we have favorite books, and as we grow, we'll talk about stuff like that. But New Warriors #1 by the team of Chris Yost and art by Marcus Toe. They were formerly doing work at DC, as Steve Wacker said before he could understand those books. So the new members include Justice, Nova, Speedball, Scarlet Spider from his recently canceled book, and Sun Girl. Marvel's bringing the New Warriors get together after the High Evolutionary deem clones, mutants, aliens, and other people a threat and they need to be exterminated.
Only humans are allowed. And
they're going for the Wolfman Perez Teen Titans feel with this book. And if you see the cover, if you see the cover for #1, you'll understand why. They've got the Wolfman Perez Teen Titans cover. And then the question is going to be about the New Warriors is what's their place in the world, where the Avengers are everywhere. With the whole Avengers world, what's their place in the world with the Avengers being the A-Team?
That's the way I've always felt about a lot of the side superhero groups, like X Factor before, Peter David's awesome run. I didn't care about them. X-Force, cool, but really they're on the run the whole time. And that just left, the X-Men, that's the big team. You had your blue and gold team. The same thing with New Warriors. Like, you got the Avengers. You got 12 Avengers teams now.
Yeah,
That's too many Avengers.
No, it's not.
Speaking of X Factor is relaunching. Peter David is writing with it X Factor #1. I forget who's doing the art right now on that one. But
where's my Madrox?
He said he came up with this
I want Multiple Man.
He said he came up with the idea of thinking about Google, how Google is in everything. It's like Google's trying to cure cancer now. Google's trying to go into space now. And by the way, they have a search engine.
Yeah.
He goes, well, we came up with the corporation. I forget the name of the corporation too, off the top of my head. But he's basically like Marvel's Google, and they're into everything. And now they're going to try a superhero team. So they put together a superhero team. The 3 characters they announced so far in the book: Gambit, fresh off his mini, by James Asmus, Polaris, and Quicksilver. And they'll be dealing with the dynamic of Gambit not trusting Quicksilver and telling Polaris that he can't trust him. Quicksilver trying to earn Polaris' trust, and Polaris in the middle. And they said there's other characters they can't announce just yet. The new characters. You asked about Madrox.
Yeah.
Niccolo said Madrox will be in one of the X books. He didn't say which one. But another member of X Factor will be appearing in another X book. Monet.
Does she know things?
Monet will be in X-Men. Brian Wood's X-Men. She will be joining the all-female team.
Yeah, I was going to say as the all-lady team.
Yeah, she'll be part of the Muscle. Because they need muscle.
Well, she's actually one of the strongest characters out there, really. I mean, not out there, but I mean, like, Earth-based.
Yeah, she's one of
not Sentry level.
Yeah, not Sentry level. So she'll be one as their muscle. And it'll be good for her and Jubilee as part of Generation X and stuff. They were together, so they were saying their banter between each other will help.
Does Jubilee have powers now? I mean, I knew
Jubilee's a vampire.
I knew she became a vampire, but they're gonna allow her.
She's like, think of her as like the Blade of the team, where she's got all their strengths but no their weaknesses or something.
Okay,
like they suppressed enough of it where she doesn't have to drink blood and stuff, but she's still super strong.
Does she? All right, is she still considered a mutant?
No, she does not have her powers.
Okay,
she is not a mutant. But her vampire powers allow her super strength and stuff and speed and stuff, so she can continue being an X-Man.
It's just really odd because where did Jubilee come from? The TV show, right? She was made for the TV show, right?
No, she was.
Was she not?
No, she
But
was in.
I just thought she was garbage.
No.
I was like, this is stupid because it's a little chick shooting.
People thought Dazzle was stupid too, but now Dazzle's a major player.
Dazzle was more interesting than Jubilee because Jubilee had like a lesser version of Dazzle's powers. She's like,
Yeah.
She literally could just stick her hands up and go pew pew pew, and that would be more interesting than what she does. I shoot little fireworks. It's like a Jubilee.
Jubilee is the worst X-Man.
But now she's Blade, which
yes.
hurts my head.
Well,
That's even worse.
Superior Spider-Man. Moving on.
Like me some Superior Spider-Man.
Yes. Dan Slott said with issue 23, number 4, if this book torments you, if this is a book that torments you and you love to hate it, that this will torment you even more. He goes, as he put it, he's dead. He's not coming back.
Bam!
He's dead.
No more Parker.
I'll repeat that. He's dead. The running joke of the con during any panel that Dan Slott was on was keep Parker dead after the question, and he enjoys it. He loves the fact that people are starting to embrace Doc Ock as Spider-Man and Doc Ock's way of doing things. We may hate that he is, but at the same time, it's a different take.
You don't want to change anything.
It's not that I don't want to change anything. It's just that is so dumb.
No, it's not.
It's a way to change Spider-Man without killing Peter Parker.
But
you kill the spirit of Peter Parker, but the body is alive.
And the memories. The memories.
No, the memories go.
I thought he retained all the memories.
He had to purge them.
Oh, okay, he had to purge them because he was fighting back. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
Dumb.
So
no, it makes sense.
It's painfully dumb.
No, it's more interesting because now Spider-Man's more interesting.
Yeah, now we're dealing with a smarter, more sinister Spider-Man. He understands.
You're not dealing with Spider-Man. You're dealing with Doc Ock.
But
it's Peter Parker.
He's taking.
It's not Peter Parker.
He's misinterpreted Uncle Ben's speech.
It's Doc Ock.
Like Dan Slott said, Doc Ock has heard, with great power comes great responsibility. He still thinks he's doing that, but he thinks it's with might equals right. He totally misinterpreted Uncle Ben's words. So that's another take on Spider-Man. It's, what happens if Spider-Man was this ruthless? If he used his full strength, if he had a doctorate, and he was a doctor and stuff,
instead of just being really smart,
and really smart, if he applied himself in school, if he did the stuff, there's that. What if Spider-Man could be something better? He could be a superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if he was superior to his normal Peter Parker self? And that makes sense. That's what I've wanted for so long. Hey, can we have Peter Parker live up to his full potential? Spider-Man live up to his full potential? No.
Now, granted, it's not the way that everyone wants it because it's not Peter, not the Peter we know. But Doc Ock understands that he can be better.
But he's also kind of an anti-hero now.
Yeah. And he's like the Wolverine. He's like Wolverine now. If you think of it, he's like Wolverine with spider powers. It's like
he's trying so hard not to kill people, because he's on probation from Avengers.
He's for beating people being so brutal with people. The Avengers left. He got on probation, and he's not even on their big sci-fi mission right now. He's on Earth with Luke Cage's Avengers. But in the next couple of issues, everything's coming to a head. Everything that Dan Slott's been working on so far with Osborn and the Goblin Nation, and with issue 27 starts the new arc is Goblin Nation, and it will be the Green Goblin versus Superior Spider-Man. And in issues 23 and 24, we're going to see the birth of a new Goblin. Hobgoblin's one of the Goblin Knights now. He's starting like a king. Like, Green Goblin is the Goblin King. And
wait, is this related to the Goblin Queen that was Madeline Pryor?
No.
Okay, this is just
no.
This is different totally. Okay, I want to make sure.
In the Osborn mini written by Kelly Sue DeConnick, when Osborn was in jail, people started realizing that Osborn was kind of right with certain things. He may be a little crazy, but Hammer had an actual message, a standpoint.
Right.
And he started there was a cult following of the Goblin. And over time, that begins to grow.
I remember there was a whole thing where that's where Mockingbird ended up getting shot because they were taking on this new Hammer that's so much more devastating.
Yeah, and you find out that the new Hammer, they want to follow him because they believe that he's got a smart idea. He's not a dumb guy. But all this ends up, the Superior Spider-Man versus the Goblin King, and it's gonna be a good fight. Because it's not Peter. Doc Ock is not gonna hold back.
Okay, how many Spider-Man books are there right now?
There's Superior. Venom got canceled. And Scarlet Spider got canceled. And then there's Superior, the Superior team up, and there's the Superior foes of Spider-Man.
Okay, so there's
the Superior
no more...
foes is the new Sinister Six, led by Boomerang.
Right.
The Superior team up is the reformed Sinister Six, and then the Superior.
So there's no more sensational and amazing. It's just Superior now. I was wondering about that because I was like, what are they going to do? They just going to put regular Peter Parker on this and Superior and just Superior? But no, they're just gone, which I'm happy with because, frankly, it's like Superman. You can't have 12 Superman books a month and expect people to really give a care.
Yeah.
I used to buy a lot of Superman, and I was like, oh, hey, a new Superman book came out. Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Oh, that sounds cool. Then I read it and realized it was garbage. So... because it was just another Superman book.
Yeah. So then we move on with the Avengers. The Avengers has got stuff going down. After Infinity, Hickman's gonna knock down for a while. He'll be from 2 books to 1 book. He'll be running 1 issue a month. Just to give him time to rest because he's writing so much. Him writing Infinity, him writing New Avengers, him writing Avengers. With him taking a break on Avengers. Right now, once a month, Nick Spencer's picking up the load, and Spencer's going to be writing Avengers World, a new ongoing. Avengers World will be focusing on some of the Avengers, but some of the lesser known Avengers, like Shang-Chi and Hyperion and Sunspot and Cannonball, and Manifold, guys who are on the team, Smasher, people who are on the team, but they're not like the people we know. It's also going to deal with them just spreading out, understanding that hey, we need to get bigger, reaffirming their relationship with Shield, and stuff going down. Hickman said he came up with the title and that was it. Spencer's doing everything else. I just came up with the title. They're also coming out with Hopeless is coming out. Avengers Arena is ending. That's ending soon.
Now it's not that it's canceled. It actually is ending. It's
ending its run, and in place of that will be Avengers Undercover. After the event of Avengers Arena, some of the kids who survived that experience are you would think you'll be deeply scarred in a battle royale type. Well, these kids decide, we'll go undercover as bad guys, and just to work out our angst and stuff. But some of them start to realize that, hey, maybe I am a bad guy.
Uh-oh.
And the cover's got some of the kids from the island and Baron Zemo in a chair, sitting, and they're around Zemo. So and that's gonna be written by Hopeless, and I do believe that's be written by Dennis Hopeless. Al Ewing is writing Mighty Avengers, which is picking up. We're gonna get a new Ronin.
Oh, really?
Yep. There's a cover. The issue. The cover of issue 4 got me going. It's Superior Spider-Man getting punched in the face by Luke Cage. So that's a thing. Blue Marvel enters the fray in #2. Shumagorath shows up at the end of #2. Doctor Strange is possessed. Going to spoil something real quick. Doctor Strange is possessed by one of the guys and one of Thanos' dudes, and he conjures Shumagorath, and Blue Marvel has to come and save everyone. So that's the thing. But
isn't Shumagorath kind of like a like something from the Cancerverse?
Yeah, but Doctor Strange can teleport people and things from different areas. And with that person, if that guy, I forget the guy's name, if he knows where he is, you can bring him there.
But are they kind of related though? You know what I mean? Like, because it's a demon, right?
Yeah, but he's in the Cancerverse. It's weird.
But he's not from there though, is he?
No, he's from a different.
But he's not related to the ones that he might be. Because they were ancient demons from before things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, so the mighty Avengers are now fighting Shumagorath. Al Ewing's also writing Loki, Agent of Asgard. Over the next couple. Realize that Teen Loki is about 18 now. They're going to age him a little bit more, I guess, and he'll be fighting for Midgard. But just doing it in his anti-hero Loki trickery type ways. I don't know if he'll be working with Shield or something, but it's gonna be interesting.
Well, because Loki is also in.
He's also in Young Avengers.
Young Avengers, which is still pretty good so far.
Yeah,
not amazing like it was the first 12 issues.
Not with the Hemberg and Chung, which by the way I got art by Jim Chung, which is awesome.
Gotta go to Comic-Con.
Yeah, I got art signed by Jim Chung, but I meant to bring it tonight, but I was trying to bring all your swag here, so.
Nah, it's all right. One thing at a time.
But yeah, so that's the thing. There was also with the X-Men, the Wolverine and the X-Men, they're ending the whole Battle of the Atom arc. The all new X-Men got spoiled. They are staying. But they're going to space for a while because apparently some of the after Infinity, some of the Galactic Empires catch there's a Jean Grey alive, and with the Jean Grey being alive, meaning there's the Phoenix Force with the Phoenix Force, and they're trying to be preemptive on it. So it's titled the Trial of Jean Grey, and the all new X-Men go into space and they team up with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
But how does that even work? Because they're the. But
what they're saying is the Phoenix Force is so powerful and it always attracts to Jean Grey.
Okay, all right. No, all right. So the concept of all new X-Men, you've got the X-Men, the original X-Men, doing this whole like, oh, we're in the future now. You know, it takes the original X-Men from the 60s that is created for the original X-Men book. Now they're in modern times. Supposedly it's supposed to be from 20 years ago instead of
You gotta remember,
almost 60.
This time travel thing they're doing is crazy. Stuff's gonna get broken. Stuff's already broken.
I find it amusing that Marvel's like, we're just gonna break time a lot and see what happens, and it's actually kind of paying off. It's interesting.
It is paying off. You look at their book sales. Most of their books are doing pretty well. But so that's going to be something. They're also doing their annual right now. The all new X-Men annual #1, which they're teaming up with the Superior Spider-Man to fight the new Doc Ock.
Okay, wait. How can they have a new Doc Ock?
Someone finds the arms. The first issue came out already. I haven't read it yet. But
how mad? I was gonna say that's.
He's pretty upset.
Yeah,
and they happen to be in New York when the stuff goes down, so they have to team up with him. And he's pretty mad.
You know, it would be silly if this new Doc Ock looked like the Ultimate Spider-Man Doc Ock from the TV show, not the comics, but the TV show.
So there was a lot of stuff going on. There was a lot of panels I went to that weren't comic panels. Like, I went to the Legend of Korra panel, and the Legend of Korra panel was amazing. They had the entire cast. Some of the major players were there. The girl who played Korra was there. And Steven Yeun shows up. He played Avatar. He's playing Avatar Wind, the first Avatar. And they showed us this Friday's episode. And this Friday's episode is the first of the of Avatar when learning the bend. And so we learn why he learned to bend and how he learned to bend.
So he is the creator of bending.
He's, well, yeah. Okay. Huge spoiler alert. I kid you not, if you're a fan of Legend of Korra, turn this off. Because I'm going to spoil Friday's episode for you. Okay. So, the lion, like, hundreds of years ago, the people lived on the Lion Turtle City. If you remember in Avatar, Aang found a lion turtle. Well, and you know how there was, a big island and there was old buildings and stuff? Well, people actually lived on the turtle. And they would go on an annual hunt to go in the spirit world to hunt spirits. They hunt food and stuff for themselves. They would ask the lion turtle to give them the power of fire. To protect themselves. And the lion turtle gave them the power of fire. Now, all they could do was shoot the fire. They couldn't control it. What happened was, Wind goes with the group, and he runs off instead. Instead of coming back, he runs off on his own. He's in the spirit world. And to protect himself, he learned how to master and bend the fire. So when, eventually they came looking for him and stuff, and he was attacked, and he would, instead of them shooting, he would manipulate, and he learned how to bend it, basically. And then he decided that, hey, he wants to learn from the other Lion Turtle cities and learn how to do it and teach people how to bend so they can go out and protect themselves and don't have to live in the Lion Turtle City. So in the next episode is him going to the next Lion Turtle City. And along that way is before he leaves, he comes across the two spirits, the evil spirit and the dark spirit and the light spirit. And the dark spirit tells him to help him because the light spirit's got him for 10,000 years and needs to be free. So he frees the dark spirit, and the dark spirit runs off. The light spirit tells him, well, this is the spirit of chaos and evil that I've been holding bay for 10 years. The human race has been living in peace. And now they're going to experience chaos. You messed up the balance. And that's why he has to become the Avatar, because he messed up the balance. Learning all four elements helps him keep the balance. So it's a cool. It ties in with the books. With the book deep. Yeah, it's kind of deep. It was an amazing episode. I like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this was a very good episode. And so, a cool panel to show the episode and a lot of the art and stuff, and they showed a lot of concept art and stuff. And then they were just happy to be around with the fans and stuff. Went to the Sleepy Hollow panel. Because I was squatting in 1E, so I kind of sat through the Sleepy Hollow panel.
That works, right? You can do that.
Yeah, you can squat panels. Like basically, on Saturday, you need to pick a panel that you really want to go to, and if most of your panels are in that room, you squat.
You stay in that room. Nice.
Yeah, because if you don't, you're gonna lose your seat.
Diaper time.
Pretty much. Well, you can get up and go to the bathroom. If you put your bag in your seat and gotta go to the bathroom, they'll let you back in, but you can't take your bags and leave and expect to come back to a seat.
That's fair.
So, but yeah, they show at the Sleepy Hollow panel that the cast was there, the four main characters of the cast. They showed us an episode from November 22nd after their break. It was very rough edited, but it was Ichabod and Abby. They were bonding at a baseball game. And then Ichabod decides to go for a walk by himself, and he visits Katrina's grave, and he gets kidnapped by some group. He gets shot in the neck with a dart, and he passes out, and they cover him in the hood and take him away. And meanwhile, they cut to Abby, and she's driving, and all of a sudden she faces out into a dream sequence. And she's in this house, and the husband's trying to kill her, and then she shuts the door, and there was a room with the ladies sitting at the table, and then they disappear, and Katrina shows up. And Katrina's like, I came to you. She was like, Abby's like, who are you? I'm Katrina. I'm Ichabod's wife. I came to you because the horseman's coming back to Sleepy Hollow, and only the two of you can stop him. And Ichabod's been kidnapped, and so I need you to find him. So, and that's how the clip ends.
That show is so much fun. I'm sorry, it really is.
The cast gelled very well. They were very hilarious with each other. They were just spewing jokes and stuff. And at one point, a fan asked them about the Ichabod Abby potential romance and the potential love triangle between the three if Katrina comes over. And Alana Jones goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I want to live. This love stuff is secondary. This is the apocalypse, man. They just cute stuff like that.
It's like the end of the world begins at Sleepy Hollow, but people are like, I wonder if Ichabod's gonna hook up with Abby.
Exactly.
Or maybe the sister. I don't know. And that detective, man, I don't know, I remember his name, Ortega or Ortiz or whatever. He's new to the force. I'm like, this guy, he's annoying me. He's annoying because he's snooping around, trying to figure out what's going on with Ichabod because he's a little jealous and he's a little, So I keep thinking, are they going to Dexter season 2 him?
Yeah.
Is he going to end up becoming the Bay Harbor Butcher and then being blown up?
We'll see.
Eli knows what I'm talking about.
They were just talking about the different things that were going on in the season and this how Ichabod was originally supposed to be an American, and and they were wow, that'd be much more interesting if he was a British guy with a turncoat, and so that was it's a nice panel. It was okay. I'm not really following Sleepy Hollow, but I was in the panel.
Follow it.
It's not my cup of tea, but again,
it's fun.
Let's see, what else did I do? Dude, the show floor was amazing. I saw some really cool things. I wish I had pictures and stuff, but it's again, I had to put them on my Facebook. I took like 300 something pictures.
Redonkulous.
Yeah. Well, we had a 4 gig card, so I was like, hey, whatever. I saw a lot of cool cosplay. I saw a really cool Bumblebee. There was Sexy Gambit and Sexy Doctor Strange. There was like people. The Korra panel was ridiculous of people dressed up as Korra characters and Avatar characters. That was ridiculous. I admit they were all like, that was crazy. There was
did you see a whole lot of either Pacific Rim or Attack on Titan?
There was a lot of Attack on Titan. There were a lot of people doing Attack on Titan. A lot of people dressed up as Titans. In the skin tight garb, whatever. And
seriously, they're dressed like they were supposed to be a Titan.
Were
they walking around going.
Some people dressed as Titans.
Seriously,
yeah. There were some people, and then there was a lot of Attack on Titan stuff. There was a lot of Attack on Titan stuff. They didn't have a big booth. I walked past it. I didn't even recognize it first. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like those guys. Like these guys like that show and that they talk about that all the time, and that's why I got Easy the thingy for this. He got the little e-card and he can get to download the first manga on stuff. But yeah, so there was a lot of Attack on Titan cosplay. There was a lot of the typical Batman, DC, Marvel cosplay. There was a really cool Batman I liked. I took a picture of. His wife made him costume, and his costume had the extended wings and stuff. They were celebrating Superman's 75th anniversary, and they had the Superman suits out. They had the Christopher Reeves from Superman 1. They had Chris Reeves' outfit from Superman 3. They had Dean King's outfit from Lewis and Clark. They had Brandon Routh's outfit from Superman Returns. They had the Henry Cavill's street clothes and from Man of Steel. They had the Man of Steel outfit. I think they had the Black Man of Steel outfit too. They had the Smallville black cloak and garb from Tom Welling run. So that was cool.
That was actually kind of cool.
Yeah. That's really awesome.
I got to play a little bit of Arkham Origins on the PS3. That was pretty fun.
Did you get to play any next gen?
No, the lines were ridiculous. Not gonna lie.
I figured. Did you get to look at it?
I got to watch a little bit of it. It was good. They had Watch Dogs there.
Which just got delayed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not coming out this year?
No, it's not a launch title for the new system.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
They had games, but again,
it's coming out in like February now, I think.
Oh man.
But I saw Watch Dogs. I saw Black Flag. Black Flag was good.
Now you watched on Next Gen.
Yeah.
Okay. How's
because they had they had the Next Level booth for Rooster. You know, they get I think it was that the show, the Next Level, the gaming show. One of the internet people do it. I forget. Anyway.
Oh.
But they had this big panel, and I think the guy Swoozy was there, and they were commentating on people playing games and stuff, and they were playing Black Flag, and that was really good. From what I saw, again, the lines for games were ridiculous, so I didn't even try to play. I only got to play Batman because it was like the con was closing, the show floor was closing, and no one was at the Superman area, and that's why I got to play it. It was just so much fun. 130,000 people. It was amazing.
That's insane.
The best panel I went to was by far the Power Rangers panel, because everyone was lively and ready to go, man. Like, you know, every other panel I went to, they had lively people, but when people are singing and chanting and your panel, you know you're about to have fun. They were random chants of ECW, CM Punk, the Yes chant started. We were singing Pokemon, Bohemian Rhapsody came out.
Yes.
I mean, it was just a fun panel. And then JC David Frank and Jason Narvi were amazing. They're a comedy duo. Jason Narvi, who played Skull on Power Rangers, is the art director of one of the, I think, University of Chicago, I think. So he's an art professor there, and so he focused very on Shakespeare and stuff, and he was talking about how him and Paul Schreier, who played Buck, are thinking about doing a movie together. And JDF challenged CM Punk to fight, because CM Punk said he would fight him at Comic-Con. and he was you don't say that. JDF said, you don't say that you're going to fight somebody and then not fight somebody. So he goes, you tell him WWE, tell who you got to tell that I'm in. No one's contacted me yet. I'll fight him.
Fun fact, Green Ranger's actually super ripped. And an accomplished martial artist.
And accomplished MMA fighter in his own right.
Yep.
So
he actually, I think, has more credibility in the octagon than CM Punk would. But if they had a wrestling match, it'd be interesting too. But
yeah. But he was like Steve Blackman versus CM Punk would be amazing.
That also would be amazing.
Yeah, we just had a bunch of fun. Shantel and I went to a bunch of different panels. We sat in the Batman panel together. Shantel got
the Batman.
The DC Batman panel. She got really interested in Scott Snyder's run on Batman, which is amazing. He was talking about Year Zero and how he had to change. He had to go through and change the stories that he grew up with. The Frank Miller Year One. He had to go through and just like chuck it all away and make his own origin story.
Because this is the new 52 Batman.
Yeah.
It needs a new 52 origin.
Yeah, how
it makes sense.
It's modern, and how he's dealing with the Red Hood gang and stuff. And she was like, "Wow, that sounds really interesting." And so she bought a Court of Owls. So she started to read that.
The Court of Owls stuff. Awesome.
Yeah, I know.
All super good.
Yeah, Scott Snyder's doing a super job with that. There wasn't a lot of movie panels. I know there was the Archer panel I missed, and there was the Venture Brothers panel, which I missed because I was in the hall next to them. But yeah, we just had a super amount of fun time, and it was so much stuff. Like I can't even go over it all in one podcast because there's so much stuff. So I mean, Shantel,
it's a big place, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
You get lost in there,
and that's why I say Time Rush has to go.
You know, I'm down for it, so I'm gonna be saving some pennies.
October 9th through the 13th, boys.
You know, I've got three or four things I really want to attend. San Diego Comic-Con's cool and all, but I think I'd rather go to New York Comic-Con. That's just me, because New York versus San Diego. New York,
we have fun. There's stuff to do. We can go bowling.
At midnight.
At midnight. And but hey, whatever.
And then WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I always want to go to
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Penny Arcade Expo.
That would be fun.
And that's really all I got. Maybe a major movie premiere, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but we the city was great. Again, went to a ton of restaurants. Just saw tons of celebrities. We were walking back home, and I mean to the hotel, and our hotel was on Park Avenue, and we were walking down 34th Street, and on the corner of 34th and Park. I see a guy on the phone, and the guy turns, looks at me, and it's BJ Novak from The Office. I was like, oh my goodness, BJ Novak. And Chantel's like, quick, take a picture. I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. He's on the phone right now. I don't want to be that guy. And he scurried off because he saw people and he saw we recognized him. He scurried off into the night. But I was like, I saw DMC from Run DMC on the con floor. He was promoting a book he was in. Obviously saw JDF. I got a picture with him. Shantel saw Milo Ventimiglia, aka Peter Pacelli from Heroes. She got a picture with him.
Nice.
We were at the Hero Initiative. Zachary Levi's Hero thing, nerd thing. And his area had a charging booth, and we were charging our phones, and I happened to see this dude in a fedora, and I double take, and it's Ventimiglia. I'm like, Shantel, this is your guy. Take a picture. So I throw her my camera. She runs off, and he gives her a picture before he runs off and does interviews and stuff. I'm like, oh my, who's the best brother in the world? This guy.
She's pretty happy, wasn't she?
She was stoked. She was done. She was like, he's like, anything you want. I literally got my Game Boy because I got that picture.
Did she contribute? Was she like, here's our
yeah? She was like, fine. She was like, the picture is worth it. But yeah, we saw him. I saw Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters. I took
That's a huge win.
Yeah. They had the Ecto 1 was there.
What?
They had the DeLorean from and then they had the Batman Forever Batmobile. So yeah, that was awesome.
I love the Batman Forever Batmobile.
That is a sweet
cool
that is a cool Batmobile. I'm not gonna lie, that is a cool Batmobile.
Like, the movie sucked, but that Batmobile is pretty cool.
Which hurts my head so much.
Chantel took a picture with JDF, the Green Ranger. She took a picture with Zachary Levi, from Chuck. From Chuck fame. She took a picture with him. She saw Whoopi Goldberg. She saw Seth Green. Yeah, Chantel was on fire with celebrity spottings.
Because she looks like she's 12. And they're like, what a cute little girl.
I bumped into Robert Kirkman.
Nice.
Didn't even know I bumped into him at first. We were walking, and we were going to line up for the 10th anniversary panel, and he was walking with someone. He was walking with somebody, and we bumped into. I bumped into him. I was like, "Oh, excuse me, sir," and then he walked away. He goes, "Oh, no problem, man. Have a good day." Chantel goes, "That was Robert Kirkman." I was like, "Oh, snap!"
That's too funny.
I was like, "That's awesome." I'm like, "This is the only place in the world where you can walk into like creators and like no one knows who they are, and like you can be, oh yeah, dude, what's up?" and then be like, whoosh.
I gotta ask, did they have anything for I, Frankenstein?
I'm not sure. Not gonna lie.
Is that first person movie?
No. That was that's Aaron Eckhart plays Frankenstein. And he gets recruited by the Angels or something.
What's that first person like scary movie where?
Oh, you mean like the Cameron one?
Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's a found footage film.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know you're talking about. That's
like
on
Frankenstein's
Netflix.
house.
Something. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not a house. There's a shack out in the woods.
Frankenstein.
It's not terrible, but it's not great. But I, Frankenstein is from the guy. It's from Len Weissman. I think it's his name, Weissman. I don't know. Actually, he's executive producer on Sleepy Hollow, and also he's the guy that created the Underworld franchise.
Yeah. So I saw the trailer. It's got a very underworldy feel to it. Excuse me.
It's a little more colorful though. It's got more fire and crazy stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's got Yvonne Strahovski from Chuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Magic.
Okay.
Magic.
I saw Jennifer Morrison from Once Upon a Time, who plays Emma.
That's pretty awesome.
And she showed.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and she showed up at the panel. at the Once Upon a Time panel, which I was there for.
Okay, so you saw her in person. Is she prettier in person?
Dude, she's pretty.
Really?
She's pretty.
Who?
I didn't even recognize her at first.
Once Upon a Time, Emma,
Oh.
the chosen one.
She's prettier in person than
Really?
she's on TV. I didn't even recognize her at first. I was like, wow, who's this hot blonde chick? And then it was like, oh, snap! That's who she is.
You know, is she tall? She doesn't look tall.
She's
like 5'7", 5'6".
I'm a short guy, so I mean,
Is she around your height? There?
Everyone's tall.
everyone's taller than me. I'm barely hitting 5'8", so yeah, everyone's taller than me.
Everyone's tall compared to Marquise.
But the Once Upon a Time panel was awesome.
Not Tom Cruise.
They talked about Wonderland a little bit. How Jafar wants the lamp, the genie for sinister purposes.
I was impressed with Once Upon a Time in Wonderland.
It was really good.
Good.
Yeah, and then they talked
It was
about
cool seeing Jafar and like magic carpet.
yes.
It was neat.
They're hitting at a lot of Disney characters. They said in both shows. They said they're trying to get Korra back for Wonderland, as Korra be the Queen of Hearts and the Red Queen, and then for Once Upon a Time, in the next couple episodes, they're introducing Ariel. So yeah, I did a lot, dude. I can't say enough. We did a lot,
But was also going to be writing up a ton of stuff.
Yes, I've got to write a ton of stuff, and it's going to be like I know next year that I need to bring my computer and sit and do stuff because I won't be able to
do stuff as you're sitting there.
Yeah, because writing is not enough. I need to type stuff because
Okay, I'm going to say this, dude. Idea. Maybe just get like a Surface, Microsoft Surface.
That's what I was thinking about because I saw a lot of guys with the Surface and with the keyboard, and that way they can still charge it at the charging station. But yeah, so I'm looking at options right now. It's just that, but I can't do this alone. Shantel and I cannot do this. The two of us. That's what I'm saying. We have to go as a team because we each have specific strengths and weaknesses, and we each need to hit this together.
Well, I think that I do want to go. I'm going to try to get my cousin JR, as we call him, or Sandbagger Deem, as you may see him on Facebook. He creates little figurines, like, remember Muscleman?
Yeah.
Little, he can recreate those really easily, and then he makes his own variations. So he would be awesome to have something like that because he's got a lot of hookups with toys. So we'd have a toy person.
Yeah.
And then get Lisa in. So I want to see how many people we could get. I'm thinking 5 or 6.
Yeah, if we're going to do this, it's going to take a lot of planning. We need to start planning now because it's going to fill up fast. And then hotel rooms are no joke. We're either going to have to commute over or... Because I work at a hotel, but I can't do everyone. So
you think you get 2 rooms, 3 rooms?
I can push for 2, maybe 3. But
if you can you at least hold them.
That's not going to be a problem.
All right.
But
I'll pay for mine if I have to. I'll get like something on the penthouse because I can. Jacuzzi.
We definitely need to do that because again, like they had a lot of gaming stuff. And Easy can cover a lot of the gaming stuff because he does a lot of the gaming stuff.
Oh, Eli, would you want to cover the the second generation of next gen games? Would you care about that?
No.
You wouldn't want to know like the latest stuff on Metal Gear 5 or
no.
You wouldn't play that before anyone. Okay.
It's crap.
Okay.
So like I can cover all the Marvel comic panels and we can put Steve on the DC comic stuff because
Steve can't be there. He already told me he can't be there.
he's gonna work. We love Steve.
He's like, guys, I gotta be.
But I mean, like you can cover like movies and stuff, and like or at least you can put Lisa in the line, and like someone can be in the line for all our autograph stuff because that's a day of trying to get stuff done as it is.
I'm just curious, did they have anything for Blacklist? The Blacklist, the one with James Spader.
That show is fantastic.
No.
Dude, is it not?
Fantastic.
What is up with that show?
Is amazing.
Fantastic.
I got Lisa on it. She's like, "This is amazing. I love this show."
Okay, that show is nothing but like
that show is fantastic.
He is awesome.
Great actor, James Spader.
I can't wait for his Ultron.
That show is fantastic.
That show.
Did you guys see the Stew Maker?
I did not see this week's episode, so don't spoil this week's episode.
I'm only finished the second one.
Episode 4 is called the Stew Maker. Done. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm only on the second episode.
Dude, just the plot thing with her when she found the case and her.
Yep.
I was like, dude, that's some messed up stuff.
I was like, all right, so this is where this is going. Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time,
but it's not where it's going.
It's not. And then
it is.
But you don't know. And then what's going on with her and James Spader?
Because it's not. But
I know.
Is.
All right. Who predictions? What do you think? Why do you think he cares? Why do you think he gives a crap?
Because I think
it's his daughter.
That's the obvious choice. This show is not about the obvious. I'm thinking he's a close. I think he's a close friend of the father that he promised something to, but because that's the only reason he would do something. He's a man of his word. If you look,
he definitely
he's
is.
a man of his word. If he told her father, "I'll look after your daughter," or I'll make then
I can see that.
Because some of the stuff in this most recent episode, I'm not going to give away specifics, definitely made me think that there's something else going on that we have no idea about, because we still know nothing about Red. We know nothing about Red.
All we know is that Red outsmarted the government, which was brilliant. With his plea bargain, with his plea deal, outstanding positioning. He was just like, they're going to do it.
Yeah, you saw the little team he put together, right, Eli?
Yeah.
That's just awesome. He's like, this is my team. He's like, if you don't like this, gone.
He goes, I'm going to give you a list. You pick 2 people.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you get the CIA agent. And she'll be there for until she dies. She's going to die.
She's going to be there a long time, though. She's a pretty big...
The CIA agent?
Yeah, she's a pretty big actor.
She was on ER, right?
Yeah.
I figured, I was like, man, she looks really familiar. I can't remember. Because, ER ended, 5 years ago?
Yeah. I love how they have her and the girl in red have touching moments, and then at the same time, then they go and fight. She goes, "Cause what are you doing to me?" He's the calmest person. He doesn't get mad. He's just like, "Well, Lizzie, you have to look at it different. Think of it like a criminal, Lizzie." It's like, dude, he's just so cold in demeanor. There is no emotion.
Awesome. He's James Spader, awesome.
Yeah,
he just does an amazing job.
Yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, Blacklist, check it out. It's probably one of the best new TV shows. I think it has been picked up for a whole season now.
Yeah, it has, because it's awesome. It's the best thing that
I'm also really enjoying
NBC's doing.
The Goldbergs.
I've got to start watching that because
I enjoyed part of the first episode. I was like, this is kind of funny. Then because it's after Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I was
it's a great idea.
I'll check
it's
it
better.
out.
The first episode is not very good.
Oh, it gets better.
It gets better.
Yeah, it's much better after the first episode.
Well, maybe it'll...
That first episode, they were just kind of throwing stuff at the wall.
Yeah.
They were just kind of like, get all these jokes out there.
Yeah, but it's still funny where the dad walks in and then just
immediately,
robes.
yeah. Well,
it's still funny because my dad does that, and I'm going to be that guy where I just walk in and I'm in my boxers in 3 seconds. And everyone's like, "Why, Dad?"
It's funny.
They're my kids will have friends over, and they're like, "Why?" I'm like, I don't care.
Because 40 hours a week.
Oh, I did watch Almost Human, which was a great show.
Okay, so you got to watch the pilot.
I got to watch the pilot, which was outstanding. Carl Urban, and I forget that guy's name.
Michael Ealy.
Yeah, they are amazing. They are very good together.
Is that from your stash?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was the other stash.
No,
I seriously thought you were. I was like, dude.
Stuff.
Oh, so if you guys don't know, I brought the Timeless guys some free swag. And,
I got swag.
And
it's all good over here. I'm not stealing anything.
They're making sure we're not stealing Steve's stuff. But also
Steve's stuff. His stuff's not as good as our stuff.
Exactly.
I saw the 100.
What is that? Universe.
Yes, Marvel Universe Live. They are producing a live TV show. They're saying
a live TV show?
No, not live TV. A live, live
action.
Live action, live action show.
Oh, Broadway show.
Not Broadway. Live action show, like
a traveling show.
Yeah.
Like Batman Live.
Yes.
That didn't make it anywhere and stopped touring.
Well, they said they're doing stuff. Like Joe at the Cup of Joe panel, Joe Quesada said that they're doing stuff that he didn't think they could be done in live action. He was like, in that kind of way. He was like, They got the stunt coordinator from the Thor and Captain America movies,
cool.
so he's stunt coordinating with all that stuff. And they're saying it's going to be huge. And
I hope it is, because I really
if
wish
they're
I
gonna-
could have seen the Batman live.
You know, they'll probably come to one of the area, like the big cities in our area, like Charleston, Columbus, Pittsburgh.
yeah.
I would say not Charleston.
So Marvel Universe Live isn't
it's-
it's produced by Feld Entertainment, and the Feld representative was there, and she was really cool, and she showed us a brief teaser trailer, and it involves the Tesseract because let's face it, the Cosmic Cube / Tesseract is a big thing right now, and apparently
MacGuffin.
it is Loki the bad guy, the first bad guy from Marvel Universe Live. Cup of Joe was awesome because that panel is amazing, and saw 100. The CW show that was good, had some good moments in it. Check it out, and I got a tap now because I'm tired and there's so much stuff, and Chantel's got stuff to talk about, so I don't want to ruin stuff she has to talk about.
Yeah, we were going to do a little bit more time because originally Shantel was going to come by, and then it was going to be, both of you tag teaming the con, reminding each other, blah, blah, blah. But we'll just do it part 2 next week, and hopefully we'll have the Steve there. I may take a nap, though. So, I think...
that's not like you. That's my job.
Yeah, you nap.
I might nap because I might make Chantel talk.
We might nap for you, Marquise.
Although,
You'll be talking.
I did nap that one time, or I napped a few times during Time Rest Tuesday on my bed.
Oh, yeah, but that's because, easy, we're playing games.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, I think... welcome to the finale, right, boys?
Heck
Yeah.
the finale.
Yeah, Eli wants to go play more Pokemon and nap.
I want to go to sleep.
Actually, I need to turn on my game right now so I can accept this friend request, and so we can go and Pokemon battle.
Well, the 3DSs are coming out. That means that it's time to retire.
Yeah, buddy. Buy more comics.
Do stuff.
Check us out on TimeRust.com. Thank you.
.com.